Hey guys, it's Melissa here, and I wanted to share with you a little bit of the day in the life of our homeschool day. So coming up, you'll see a little bit of what we do. You'll see we start with family devotions, and right now we're currently reading through the book of Revelation from the Bible, and then you'll see a little bit of work that Stephen, Sarah, and I do together. This is not everything that they do some things individually, but this is some of our studies together. It ended up being pretty long, so I did cut out me reading. I figured you didn't want to hear that, but I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.
Okay, to start off with, well, after I work with Jonathan with math, I go to Stephen and Sarah, and we work on some of our activities together, which include Latin root words, classical memory work, science, history, sometimes spelling, if it's not independent. What else? English grammar. What else? Is that all? That's about all. Sometimes art and sometimes music. Just depends. Right now we're kind of phasing art and music out because we're getting near the end of our school year. So, but all right, we'll just get started, and you can see some of what we do, and some of it I'll speed up for you. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with Bible. First of all, let's do the books of the New Testament. Can you remember them? These are the books of the Bible. Everybody sing along with me. N.T. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts and Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, and then Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, and then come Colossians, Thessalonians, 1 and 2, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews and James, 1st and 2nd Peter. Woo! Take a break. There's 1st John, 2nd John, 3rd John, Jude. Then there's Revelation, and now we're through. These are the books of the Bible. Okay, sorry. All right, let's go over our Philippians 2 memory verses that we've been working on as well. From 1st John, chapter 1, and part of chapter 2. Now, who wrote the book of 1st John? John, that's right. Inspired by God, but written by John. Bible. And yeah, and while we do that, sometimes there's coloring going on, and sometimes there's just work going on. As long as they pay attention, I don't care. Words, can you tell me a little bit about what that's saying, what those verses are saying? Sure.
It's just saying try not to sin. You still make mistakes, but you're just going to have to try not to sin. And if you say, well, I don't sin, then you're kind of calling God a liar, because in the Bible it says that everybody will sin, even Christians.
What does Romans 3:23 say? Put you on the spot there. For all
have sinned and fall short of the glory of God.
That's right. So that tells us we've all sinned, but we have an advocate who took our place. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we kind of like have a lawyer, and his name's Jesus.
That's right. And really, did he ever sin?
No.
No, and he took our place on that cross and took our punishment. So thank you, Lord. All right, our next thing we're going to do, how about some Latin root words? You have 2 words that you learn. Kuro and kurum. Is that right? Kuro, kurum.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what it means without looking?
Run.
Run the race. keep the pace. All right, so you're going to write a sentence with that for me. Do you remember any of the words that come from koro or kurum?
I do. Current.
Current, yeah. How about what is this called?
Books.
Our homeschool.
Curriculum?
Curriculum. Very good. All right, let me grab her up. Yes. Koro and kurum.
Me and my mommy like to crow.
Yay!
Me and my mom like to run.
Together. Right?
Yeah.
All right, Stephen.
Okay. Cross in the race. Keep the faith.
Keep your eyes on
Jesus.
Jesus.
yeah.
That's right.
Jesus.
All right, and then your spelling, you're going to do your chunks, your bossy R chunks you're working on today, and still copy work, right? That's okay. That's fine. We're not going to go over it. That's something you can do today. All right. Story of the world. All right. Now we will move on to our astronomy, and what section are we in? We are learning about space rocks, right?
Yeah.
That's right. So what is a comet? First of all, we'll go over that. Yeah.
A comet is like a dirty snowball with eyes, and it travels around the sun.
It's a big ball of ice in it.
Yeah.
Has a tail on it. Do you remember what that tail was called?
No, but I remember when it goes by, it leaves dust.
Yeah. Coma.
A coma, yeah.
All right. Creation, confirmation. Oh, okay. Because they were sitting above the thick snow covering the ground beneath. These rocks literally fell from the sky, and several of them were made of the same material found on Mars. So scientists think they are Martian meteorites. All right. We'll stop there and go.
We're gonna go see our granny.
All right, let's go.
Yes, I will.
All right. We've had lunch.
Ooh, that's cold.
So let's continue off where we left. And I don't remember where that was. Let's see. You want to just take
Here,
turns?
there's four. There's four.
Okay,
Yes.
comet. Who wants to do comet? You want to start with comet? What a comet is? What's a comet? Because Stephen told me earlier, so you tell me now. What's a comet?
Comet is when it's in the air, like in the
That we learned about
atmosphere.
yesterday. What is a comet? It's a big ball of
Snow or dirt
ice.
or
A
ice.
big ball of ice and dirt and dust and yeah. Okay. And Stephen, what is a meteoroid?
A meteoroid is it's like when it's in the space. It's like a meteor before it goes into the atmosphere. It's a meteoroid is a meteor when it's in space, basically. It's the scientific name or science.
So it's the rocks and dust and stuff that's floating around from a
Right.
comet, right?
Right.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you this question. Is a meteoroid or an asteroid bigger?
An asteroid is a lot bigger, and normally when comets lose all their ice, they turn into asteroids. And like asteroids could be, or typically,
Hold on. What are you going to tell me size?
Yeah.
Okay.
are typically the size of football fields, or some of them are so big they could be as big as the state we live in.
Okay, good.
Which
Sarah, what is a meteorite?
is when it hits the earth.
Very good, very good. So I think we covered
We
everything.
didn't do meteor.
A meteor? Yeah, they didn't ask, but you can tell me. What is a meteor?
A meteor is a meteoroid when it's coming into the atmosphere and it's burning
And
up.
it burns up. That's right. Good job. Asteroid belt. Okay, we'll stop there and we'll read more about that tomorrow. Okay, the camera batteries died, but this is our board, our classical board. It has the subjects up there. Basically, it is history, geography, Latin, English grammar, math, science, Bible, and timeline. So we try to take 2 subjects per day to review, and we're currently on week 18. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to use some songs to review with here that I have from when we were a part of our community. And so I will come back. Point to the countries and tell me what they are.
Europe.
More of Central Europe,
Yeah,
right?
more Central Europe. Italy, Austria, Hungary, Czechoslovakia.
Former. All right, Sarah.
Italy, Austria, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, former.
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia,
Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia, former.
Yeah, good. How do you find the area of a triangle?
To find the area of the triangle, you multiply base times height and then multiply it by 1/2 or divide it by 2.
Okay,
Either way.
so 1/2 base times height
Right.
is a good way to say it. All right, Sarah?
Tell me about the area of a
The
triangle.
area of a triangle. The area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height.
Stephen, what is Newton's third law of motion?
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Woohoo! All right, Sarah. What is Newton's third law of motion?
For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
And guess what we did wrong? That's awesome. You answered the question correctly, but I want you to state it back to me in a complete sentence.
Newton's third law of motion is, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
There we go. What is Newton's third law of motion?
Newton's third law of motion is, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Yay! Good. So here is the where you can find all the classical conversations memory work for geography, history, science, math, English grammar, Latin grammar, Bible, and timeline. And our favorite, we really enjoyed the timeline, the new timeline song. So this is the 4th edition, and some of the songs we have come up with ourselves. Some of them are included on the Classical Conversations CDs, and some of them we learned from our community and the teachers there in our community. But you can find all the memory work inside here, and I'll link below where you can get this. And then My Father's World is what we are using for Stephen and Sarah, and we are using Rome to Reformation this year, and I've showed you this before, but I basically just go down the checklist with them of what needs to be done. And so we're on Tuesday, so this is exactly what we did today. And then this is the teacher's notebook, and it gives you notes and things to go over. It has the books of the Bible that you see there that we went over. And that's basically all there is to it. We just follow step by step. Jonathan was also doing My Father's World. It was too difficult of a course for him. It was world history and literature. He did American history and literature, no, ancient history last year. And it worked out okay, but some of the books this year for reading especially were just too difficult, so we're going a different path with him, and I will share that in another video. Alright guys, take care. To show you guys too, it's about, well, we actually got finished pretty early today, didn't we? It's about 12:15, and sometimes we normally go till 1 or 2. Jonathan's still working. He has a bigger workload, but we are all through with our studies for today. We didn't have any science experiments or anything like that. So, bye. Hope you enjoyed the day and alive. Bye.